Happy birthday, Johnny! Tomorrow. 23 is the 9th prime number. That means it's only divisible by 1 and by itself. You won't be a prime age again until you're 29. 23 is the sum of 3 consecutive primes. It's the first prime number to have this property. This has the implication that if you took a 5-year-old, a 7-year-old, and an 11-year-old, you'd be as old as all of them combined. Whoa, that's pretty old. 23 is part of a Cunningham chain. That means you take a prime number, multiply it by 2, and add 1, and you end up with another prime number. So if you start with the number 2, which is a prime number, multiply it by 2, add 1, that gives you 5, which is also a prime number. Do it again and you get 11, which is a prime number. Do it again and you get 23, which is a prime number. And you do it again, you get 47, which is yet another prime number. But that's where the chain ends, because 95 is not a prime number. There are other chains as well. Try to find some. The sum of the first 23 prime numbers is 874, which is divisible by 23. Very few numbers have this property. 23 cannot be expressed as the sum of fewer than 9 cubes of integers, which seems kind of boring, but actually there are only 2 numbers with this property. And there are an infinite number of numbers, Johnny. Think about that. By the way, the other one is 239. I hope you get to be that old someday, Johnny. I really do. 23 is a happy number. Isn't that nice? This means that 23 factorial, which is 1 times 2 times 3, etc., all the way up to 23, has 23 digits. There are only 4 happy numbers: 1, 22, 23, and 24. That means you've been happy for a year already, and you have another 2 years of being happy, and then you're never going to be happy again, mathematically speaking. 23 is the atomic number of vanadium. Vanadium is a hard gray transitional metal only found naturally in compounds. It was discovered in 1801 by Andrés Manuel del Rio, but his colleagues then convinced him that it didn't exist. In 1831, someone discovered it again, and that person got to name it instead. Humans have 23 chromosomes. Nobel Prize-winning economist John Nash, of equilibrium fame, was obsessed with the number 23, and it featured prominently in his nervous breakdown. He claimed that Pope John XXIII was in fact himself, the evidence being that 23 was his favorite number. Nash also published only 23 scientific articles. In The Big Lebowski, the main characters deliberately use only lane 23 at the bowling alley. Julius Caesar was stabbed 23 times. All of this, and I haven't even mentioned the famous 23 enigma, which is the belief that most incidents and events are directly connected to the number 23. Robert Anton Wilson cites William S. Burroughs as being the first person to believe in the 23 enigma. Burroughs wrote a short story in 1967 called 23 Skidoo. 23 is considered lucky, unlucky, sinister, strange, or sacred to the goddess Eris or to the unholy gods of the Cthulhu mythos. As with most numerological claims, the enigma can be viewed as an example of apophenia, selection bias, and confirmation bias. Your birthday will be on the 7th day of the 4th month of 2012. 7 plus 4 plus 12 is 23. Anyway, happy 23rd birthday, Johnny. See you tomorrow.